Hello grade 7 learners and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So for today's video lesson, I will be discussing you the steps on how to divide decimals. So I will be giving two examples and then we need to follow the steps in dividing decimals. So let me say we have 3 and 666 thousandths divided by 23 and 5 tenths. So yan yung ating ide-divide. Step 1, multiply both the divisor and the dividend by the same multiple to make the divisor a whole number. So, ito yung pinaka-divisor natin. So, kailangan siyang maging whole number. Again, ang step 1 natin, kailangan natin gawing whole number yung ating divisor. And then, since the decimal place of the divisor ends in the tenths place, then the multiple to be multiplied in both the dividend and the divisor is 10. So, imo-multiply natin siya by 10 para maging whole number itong ating divisor. So, such that 3.666 times 10. So, this will be our dividend. It will become 36.66 and 23 and 5 tenths times 10 equals to 235. So that will be our step 1. So ngayon ay whole number na yung ating divisor. Step 2, divide just like in dividing whole numbers and put the decimal point in the quotient directly above the decimal point in the dividend. So let's start dividing. So let me say we have here 235 divided by 36.66. So, ilalagay daw natin yung decimal point directly above the dividend. So, we have 36 divided by 235 is 0. So, ngayon naman, 366 yung ating kukuhanin. So, 366 divided by 235 is 1. So we have here 235 and then we subtract. 6 minus 5 is 1. Then 6 minus 3 is 3. 3 minus 2 is 1. So we have 131. Then bring down 6. So we have 1,316 divided by 235 is 5. Then, 235 times 5 is 1,175. Then, subtract. 6 minus 5 is 1. Then, 1 minus 7 cannot be. So, we need to borrow 1 from 3. So, it will become 11. And then, it will become 2. So, 11 minus 7 is 4. And then, 2 minus 1 is 1. So, it will become 141. So, we can continue the process by adding 0 dito sa dulo. And then, bring down 0. So, we have 1,410 times 235. We have here 6. And we have 1,410. And then, we have here 0 remainder. So, therefore, when we divide 3.666 by 23.5, the quotient will be 0 and 156 thousandths. To check the answer, so we need to reverse the process. So, imo-multiply naman natin yung quotient dito sa ating divisor. Titingnan natin kung makukuha natin yung dividend. Okay? So, we have here 0.156 times 235. So, 5 times 6, we have here 30, carry 3. 5 times 5 is 25, plus 3 is 28, carry 2. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 2 is 7. Next, 3. 3 times 6, we have here 18, carry 1. 3 times 5 is 15 plus 1 is Again, 3 times 5 is 15 plus 1 is 16. Carry 1. Then 3 times 1 is 3 plus 1 is 4. And then lastly, we have 2 times 6. We have here 12. Carry 1. 2 times 5 is 10 plus 1 is 11. Carry 1. Then 2 times 1 is 2 plus 1 is 3. Then let us add 0. 8 times 8 is 16. Carry 1. 7 plus 6 is 13 plus 2 is 15 plus 1 is 16. Carry 1. Then 4 plus 1 is 5 plus 1 is 6. Then bring down 3. So ito ay merong 3 decimal places. Ito naman ay wala. So therefore, our final answer should have 3 decimal places. So you have here 1, 2, 3. So 36.66. So therefore, our final answer is correct. For our next example, let me say example 2. 99.414 divided by 1.26. Yeah. So we have 99.414 divided by 1.26. Again, considering our divisor, so we need to multiply the dividend and the divisor by 100 para maging whole number itong ating divisor. So that is 99.414 times 100. So that will become 9,941.4. And then 1.26 times 100, it will become 126. So therefore, whole number na itong ating divisor. So let's start dividing for our step 2. So 126 divided by 9941.4. So let's start with 994. So 994 divided by 126 is 7. Then 7 times 126 is 882. Again, subtract. So we have here 4 minus 2 is 2. 9 minus 8 is 1. 9 minus 8 is 1. And then we need to bring down 1. So we have here 1,121 divided by 126. That is 8. Don't forget yung decimal point natin doon sa may katapat ng ating dividend. So 8 times 126 we have 126 is 1,008. And then subtract. And then 1 minus 8 cannot be, so it will become 11. Yung 2 ay magiging 1. So 11 minus 8, we have 3. Then 1 minus 0 is 1. Then 1 minus 0 is 1. And then bring down 4. So we have here 1,134 divided by 126. That is 9. So 9 times 126, we have here 1,134. And then remainder is 0. So therefore, the quotient is 78 and 9/10. And then for our last step, so let's have the checking. So 78.9 times 126. So let's see if we will get the product, which is our dividend. Okay? So we have here 6 times 9, we have here 54. Carry 5. 6 times 8 is 48. Plus 5 is 53. Carry 5. Then 6 times 7 is 42. Plus 5, we have here 47. And then next, 2 times 9 is 18. Carry 1. 2 times 8 is 16. Plus 1 is 17. Carry 1. Then 2 times 7 is 14. Plus 1 is 15. And then since 1 will be multiplied to 789, so the result will be 9, 8, and 7. Then let's start adding. Bring down 4. 8 plus 3 is 11. Carry 1. Then 7 plus 7 is 14. plus 1 is 15, plus 9 is 24, carry 2. Then 4 plus 5 is 9, plus 8 is 17, plus 2 is 19, carry 1, then 7, 8, 9. So yung ating decimal point, since dito sa 78.9 ay 1 decimal place, so isa lang yung gagamitin natin, so 1. So therefore, our final answer is correct. So I hope that you learned something today on how to divide decimals. So medyo mabilis lang yung process ko dito sa pagkuha ng answer, but i-check nyo kung ilan merong just like this one, 994, so 126, so I got 7. So alam nyo na naman yung process kung paano mag-divide ng whole number. So don't forget to like and share this video, and see you on our next video lesson.